I could go on and on about how there are new eateries, breweries, coffee shops, a passionate farm-to-fork culture, a new King's Arena rising in the downtown area, bike lanes, crisscrossing public roads, trails leading to parkways all over the city, fantastic museums, a thriving music scene, a charming old town, easy access to the Sierras and the foothills, and more in this city. Sacramento has a lot to enjoy, and locals do have a great feeling of pride in their city. Those who have lived there for a while can attest to this. However, it seems to be experiencing a unique resurgence now. From historical landmarks to internationally recognized museums, Sacramento has a lot to offer to its tourists. So let's begin and see the top places to visit there. Number 10. McKinley Park Rose Garden. One of the nicest activities in Sacramento is visiting the McKinley Park Rose Garden. This park offers a wide variety of recreational options. Both a swimming pool and a wading pool are parts of this. A center for gardening and art is also there. The local jungle gyms are a favorite among young children as well. It features a rock wall and a fantastic adventure setting. Tennis courts, volleyball courts, and horseshoe pits are also available. McKinley Park is a great place to have a picnic and an afternoon with a family, or take your special someone on a walk on the Rose Garden. The park's Rose Garden is a location for gatherings mostly. It is a lovely location to explore. Number 9. California State Indian Museum State Historic Park. Learning about the Native Americans is a wonderful place to start if you want to comprehend California's history. Visitors may get a detailed understanding of the history and way of life of the indigenous people who have been residing in the territory that is now California for thousands of years. The displays include equipment for hunting and fishing that have been used for as long as 2,400 years, a redwood canoe, ceremonial artifacts, and daily and special occasion goods. To provide a better understanding of the culture, photographs and educational materials are helpful. Take note of the Indian basket collection, which includes an exquisite collection of more than 3,000 woven pieces, including bowls for decoration, burden baskets for carrying large loads, cooking baskets for steaming meals, and waterproof baskets for making acorn soup. Number 8. Cathedral of the Blessed Sacrament. Since 1889, Sacramento's Cathedral of the Blessed Sacrament has served as a major spiritual hub. The cathedral's multi-towered front is evocative of a Spanish colonial church, fitting for a California architectural icon. The stunning interior's neoclassical design has a beautiful domed ceiling and artistic accents. The chapel is illuminated by vibrant stained glass windows, which give it an ethereal radiance. Every day, the cathedral serves Eucharistic celebrations, and it also hosts marriages, baptisms, and other festivities. Less than 2 blocks separate the museum from the state capitol in downtown. Number 7. California Automobile Museum. From 1885 to the present, the California Automobile Museum has a collection of more than 120 antique vehicles. There is a sizable collection of Ford automobiles spanning years 1904 to 1969. The wide range of vintage and contemporary cars on exhibit demonstrates the evolution of American autos over the last 130 years. The variety of subjects are covered in special exhibitions that are exhibited throughout the year, including Californian automotive culture, pickup trucks, camping, and road vacations. Visitors may also take part in the vibrant activities held within the museum, such as a summertime series of drive-in movie nights. Number 6. Folsom Lake State Recreation Area. One of the greatest locations in Sacramento for outdoor activities is Folsom Lake State Recreation Area. Miles of hiking routes are available. The 6.3-mile Johnny Cash route is one such well-liked trail. It honors the legendary country artist who in 1955 made an album at the adjacent Folsom Prison. Along the journey, there are substantial art exhibits. Along the route, you may use your phone to listen to an audio tour. Fishing, windsurfing, and swimming are a few of the park's most popular activities. There are picnic spots, bathrooms, and showers. The park has many accessible spaces for people with disabilities, which are a fantastic feature. In the park, camping is an option for people seeking a night's stay. At Folsom Lake, dogs are welcome, but there are some limits. For a complete list of park regulations, see their website. Number 5. William Land Park. Wonderful city parks include William Land Park. For residents, it is one of the most well-liked activities in Sacramento. Despite its small size, it is jam-packed with activities that everyone may enjoy. They feature a basketball court, a playground, and a golf course. There are several locations where you may have a picnic. There is a lovely rock garden where you may have a tranquil walk. This is also a terrific place for youngsters to have fun, since there is a swimming pool and a kiddie pool area available. Fairy Tale Town and Sacramento Zoo are both great places to visit. Number 4. California State Capitol Museum. Built in the 1860s, this building is a superb example of neoclassical design. The 1970s saw extensive restoration work that brought the Capitol up to date with construction codes while conserving some of its most important spaces. The historic halls are open to the public every day of the week. The governor's principal office and the treasurer's office from 1906 are only a few of the museum's preserved spaces. Aside from antiques, additional historical attractions include portraits and many other pieces of art. The Capitol Park, which is made up of many blocks worth of vibrant plants, make it stand out as the most attractive of all American Capitol buildings. The roads are lined with tall palms and a wide variety of other trees and plants, and a few monuments show out against the background vegetation. The Vietnam Conflict Memorial, a bronze group sculpture that has stood in the northeastern corner of the Capitol Park since December 1988 and honors those who gave their lives in the longest war the United States has ever fought, was fully financed by contributions. Number 3. Old Sacramento. 8 blocks of ancient structures along the city's riverfront make up Old Sacramento, a National Historic Landmark. The Eagle Theater, built in 1853, and the Big Four building, built in 1855, are just a few of the Gold Rush-era buildings that are now part of the Old Sacramento State Historic Park. More than 50 historic structures, most of which date from the 1850s, make up Old Sacramento, the city's original commercial center. This region previously grew prosperously because of the trade fueled by the Pony Express and the transactional railroad. It's enjoyable to roam about and take in the local history. Going for a trip in a horse-drawn carriage, going on a riverboat tour, or boarding a historic locomotive for a train ride are all enjoyable things to do in Old Sacramento. Additionally, the Sacramento History Museum and the California State Railroad Museum are almost next-door neighbors in Old Town, and each offers a top-notch museum experience. In the middle of the 19th century, this region was first thought to be a fantastic commercial hub for the new city. But since flooding was a significant issue, the city had to be lifted by filling up the low-lying sections with soil. Eventually, the core of the city changed, and this location turned into a destitute red light district. Number 2. Crocker Art Museum. California art from the Gold Rush period to the present day, as well as European paintings and sketches and American photography, are all impressively collected at the Crocker Art Museum. Margaret Crocker made a donation that became the foundation of the museum's first collection. Judge Edwin B. Crocker put together this personal collection between 1868 and 1872. A stately estate from the Italianate Victorian period that is a Californian historical landmark and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places serves as the museum's primary structure. In addition to the Victorian home, the Crocker Museum of Art also exhibits a portion of its collection in the modern Teal Family Pavilion, which quadrupled the size of the first museum and opened in 2010. The California Art Collection has items from 1860 to the present, while the collection of European art features works by Dutch and Flemish artists from the 17th century, paintings from the Italian Baroque period, and Central European works from the 19th century. Beautiful photographs by Ansel Adams, Dorothy Lang, and other American photographers may be found in the museum's photography collection. The museum's Tot Land section is a charming area dedicated to the interactive activities and hands-on creative installations for kids. Number 1. California State Railroad Museum. The California State Railroad Museum is one of the biggest railroad museums in the world, with more than 200,000 square feet of display area. One of the top tourist destinations in the city is this museum, which is situated in Old Sacramento. From 1862 to 1944, it contains rebuilt steam engines and railroad wagons. The insides of almost all the wagons may be seen. Some of the cars are outfitted, including dining place settings, demonstrating the degree of comfort that was formerly provided by the trains. A sleeping vehicle may be traversed by foot as well. Exhibits emphasize the history of the railroad and other related subjects. A few famous exhibits deal with the Transcontinental Railroad's completion and the contributions that early immigrants made to the construction of the initial rails. In a broader sense, the museum illustrates the historical impact of the railroad business in California. The educational activities in Kids Corner and the book readings during All Aboard for Storytime will be appreciated by families with young children. The California State Railroad Museum runs trains along the Sacramento River in the summer. One of the highlights of your trip is undoubtedly riding on a vintage diesel train or a steam locomotive.